You're greeted by a succubus whose appearance is striking to say the least. Her flawless skin, a graceful figure, and aristocratic face could have been made her a true beauty if not for the terrible fresh scars. A jagged scar runs across her cheek, cutting through the scarlet lips and under her high cheekbone. Her left eye is a gray cataract surrounded by wounds from some caustic substance. Her wings are tattered rags. Nevertheless, she behaves imperiously and with dignity, and those around her treat her with respect. Welcome to the 10,000 Delights. My name is Herrix. I am the new madam here, thanks to you. You rid us of the insolent upstart Shavaro, sending her after her haughty lover Monago, so that you can consider me in your debt. Know that you will always be welcome here, and my gift will be proof of that. She gave me a gold coin. With this, every arch will recognize you as my favored guest and teleport you here. If you wish to spend the night or have some fun or restock your supplies, come to me. Don't waste your time on little crooks. And if you rid us of Shavaro, my gratitude will know no bounds. I think that bitch is hiding somewhere in the lower city. Can you take care of her for me? Do you have anything for sale? Indeed, I have several items that were forgotten by our clientele. I don't need to look at it. I don't... Closet shortbow. Scimitar. Shortbow. Those, or those, or those. Those. +4 to initiative checks. I'm not going to use that. You know, I'm going to go ahead and sell the bone amulet. I don't care about it. Okay, what does she sell? Headband of Reshaping. +6 Wisdom, and increases the wearer's caster level by 1 when casting transmutation spells. Wizard's Tail. It's a belt. If the wearer of this belt is an animal companion, or is currently under the polymorph effect, it gets a +3 bonus to AC and reflex saving throws. The wearer also gets +8 AC for the first round of combat. You did it? You finally beat the game? Hell yeah, dude! I eventually am going to play that game as well, so having you have beaten it means a little more to like, I need help. Please help me. Immune to blindness and gaze attacks. You think I'll enjoy it? Nice. The wearer gets a +10 competency to perception and trickery. Repelling bracers. It's under the wearer is under constant protection from anyone who is getting too touchy. +4 bonus to AC against touch attacks, but also suffers a -4 penalty on their own touch attack rolls. If an enemy gets within 5 foot of the wearer, they must make a will saving throw or be pushed 5 feet away and become frightened. Shit. Scarlet Allure. See you later, Lucid. Cloak of Resistance +3 grants the wearer +5 on persuasion checks. Whenever an enemy confirms a critical hit, lands a sneak attack or attack of opportunity against the wearer, the enemy must pass a will save of 27 or become devastated by hitting such a beauty. In the devastated mood, they suffer a -2 to attack and damage rolls as well as AC until the end of combat. Choker protects the wearer from losing their head, not only in bed. Once per day, whenever the enemy deals the wearer a killing blow, the choker restores 50 hit points and makes the enemies in a 10-foot radius fall prone if they fail a DC 26 will save. These are interesting items. I don't think there's anything I really want, but... I shot Cappy with lasers. Pew pew! I want to know more about this place and the owner. You mean the former madam of the 10,000 Delights or the new one? What can you tell me about Shavaro or Monago? At first we thought the two would tear each other apart. Shavaro was in charge of here for a long time, and no one bothered her because everyone knew who she was. Then Baphomet's minion Monago showed up. They fought. Oh, how they fought. And then they started to conspire and plot against one another. They sent assassins and they drew their names into proxy war against each other. By the end, they were obsessed. Then they went from sworn enemies to partners and took over the 10,000 Delights. Then they started walking around hand in hand, cooing at each other. After that, they rarely tried to kill one another. Who are you? To everyone else, I am the respected madam of the 10,000 Delights. The protector... Oh, thank you. You're so nice. All the time. The strongest who lives here and the one who has earned the right to replace Shavaro on the throne. But you can just call me Herix. I have no more questions. I have to go.
No reason to pause.
How many hit points are you missing? 40? Do one more time. 17. She's missing 26 hit points. It's good enough. Alright, so she seems to think Shavaro's in the lower city. Alright, let's go deal with that. I'm getting close to leveling again, I think. Yeah? What am I, like, 40,000 experience away? Sounds like a lot, but it goes pretty fast.
Head on! You follow.
Captain getting drunk? Sorry. I'm looking for a particular slave, one who passed through here in the hands of a slaver wearing a black mask. It's not a hard question. Beer, only 1,500 gold. Pay 1,500 gold for a beer. To your health. As I was saying, the guy in the black mask traded only one kind of slave, gladiators. If the one you're looking for still lives, look for him in the battle place. Well, these beasts made him. What cruel mockery. But if he's still alive, that's all that matters. We can't waste time. We must get him out of there. Have you heard of someone named Willidus? Of course, that's the name of the demon who serves, shall we say, a Nocticulus court mage. The name has come up a few times before because they say Discari's servants sent assassins after him. He rubbed the locust the wrong way, and now he's holed up in the place, and he's turned it into a fortress. Middle City is all about trade. 10,000 delights, offers sex, flesh markets, deals in weapons and slaves. The mercenary and assassins sell their death to their enemies. The most successful business person is Shamira of the Harem of the Ardent Dreams. Her merchants is Nocticulus' favor. Her merchandise is Nocticulus' favor and the favor of the powers that be. What a pity caused such a trouble in the flesh markets. Can't buy a decent slave anymore. The slums are now filled with well-heeled folk looking to snatch a burly dretch in a dark alley so they can chain it up in their mansion. The upper city is for those who already have everything and have no use for trade. Imagine if you were a creature of divine power that could live in complete comfort, free of almost all limits. That's the kind who live in the upper city. You'd be wise to stay away from them. In the lower city, they'll just kill you or defile your corpse. In the upper city, they'll pull your soul out through your nostrils with a red-hot needle, cook it into a stew, and then force you to eat it and wash it down with a cocktail made from your eyeballs and marrow. Fuck. Alright, never mind. One last thing. You must have noticed that the capital was not built for your kind. It would be easier for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death. If you don't know how to fly or teleport, but why should I want you to die while you're still drinking? Take this. If you lose your way, take it to an arch and you'll be transported here. That's nice. Slowly getting coins to come to certain areas of the city now.
Head on! I lead. You follow. Onwards!
Madam of the 10,000 delights? No, you're not. Hey, you scum, I will spare anyone who helps me kill this mortal.
Do not waver.
Alright.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Prepare yourself.
Fall! You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Let's hear you cry!
Desna, guide my hand.
I will bring down the divine wrath!
Into the fray.
Run them through! Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
No glory without risk.
Out of my way!
Guevara dies. Okay. Ring of Luck. +1 luck on all saving throws. Bonuses of the same type don't always stack. Or don't stack. Don't always. They never stack. Ring of Luck. Interesting.
Move out!
Get a reward from Eric's. Okay. Shibaro is dead. She laughs. What excellent news. You are my hero, my knight in shining armor. I've heard it said on Galarian it is customary for a lady to grant her knight some token with a sign of her affection. This reminds me of your friend in the 10,000 Delights. Headband of the Wise Negotiator. Need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alluring Charisma 2 is trash. What is this? +4 enhancement to charisma and wisdom, and a +4 bonus to saving throws against mind-affecting conditions. Wisdom and charisma. Battle Bliss Arena. Fight in the Battle Bliss, okay. Okay, so we need to go to Battle Bliss next. It just makes sense. Oh, wait. Hold on. I should use this. Where's the owl? +1 on all skill checks. of want to give it to her. Let's have her use that. Yeah, Grand Owl of Wisdom. Someone else took one. I think it might have been Woljif.
I finished here. Is there more?
A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casually towards the demon surgeon. O master of stitches, artist of the scalpel, and genius of surgical profession, tell me, is your heart free? The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? It's this guy. Watch in silence. No, I would not say that my heart is free. Right now it contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamia liver extract. But I could give you an hour or two of my time for something other than dinner. Has anyone told you you have a beautiful, smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. The deft man leaps aside to avoid his outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. Done. Excellent source material. I now have a drink or two in the tavern to get to work. Demon in a blood-spattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer, or are you here because you want to become more powerful? He looks at Lan closely. What a curious specimen. Who stitched you up, It's an interesting horn, and those scales? Look how they reflect the light. How much reptile is inside of you? Can you climb walls or detect changes in temperature outside? I'll cut off your hand. Will it grow back again? I'm almost certain it won't grow again, but what about you? I hope your hands grow back, because if you don't keep them off of me, you'll need a new pair. Who are you? I am the most important person in the battle, Bliss. I am a healer, or as they call me, a stitcher. They drag those poor bleeding fools out of the arena so I can stitch them back together piece by piece, and I do, meaning that quite literally, since most of them are in pieces by the time they get to me. At first, I simply reattached severed limbs and wounded fighters. Now, however, my methods are far more interesting. Someone from Nocticula's inner circle taught me the secret of grafting flesh. By combining flesh of different gladiators, I create the strongest, craftiest, and most talented fighters. Oh yes, in these chambers invincible gladiators are born. I am so close to achieving perfection. Soon my methods will produce better results than Nihadran crystals. This is not healing, this is some heinous mockery of it. A healer should restore a body to its natural and healthy state instead of turning it into something disgusting. Nihadran crystals? Nihadran crystals are something of a legend here in the capital. Almost no one knows what they actually are or how they get their hands on them. It all started with a few demons here in the city. Their demons suddenly became very powerful, and in a very short period of time. Their transformation happened almost overnight. According to the rumors, these demons received their incredible powers from Nihadran crystals. Now all of the capital is crazy for these crystals. They're all anyone talks about these days, and all the merchants know that if you call your goods Nihadran, you can easily double the price of your wares. Can you make me stronger? For 30,000 gold, I'll stitch something into you to make to make you better. Much, much better. I beg you to reconsider. The power he promises is tainted by corruption. Please don't do that. By joining your flesh with the flesh of a creature of the abyss, it allows you its corruption to taint you. I've seen them graft body parts of demons onto mortals for fun. The mortals could not withstand the wicked corruption, and their souls became evil. No deal. A shame. You could have made a magnificent... Well, never mind. I have to go. A stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches as if something's inside. Welcome to the Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklix. I am the arena steward. Ermangaleth is the master of the arena, but I help him manage his affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or participate? The tiefling looks you up and down with calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job. You look impressive, a serious and formidable fighter. Perhaps Ermangaleth will take interest in you. Perhaps he will even allow you to test yourself against Ruxa, one of our strongest gladiators. But not right away. All newcomers must prove themselves first. Ermangaleth? I remember a demon called Ermangaleth. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had his way with words. That was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a ruffling from inside the tiefling's bag. An imp peeks his head out at you. He has large, drooping ears and stares at you with huge, unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes. I'm looking for a particular slave. I suspect he passed through the hands of a slaver wearing a black mask. You've come to the right place. Tell me more about the slave you're looking for. You're in luck. The gladiator you're looking for is still alive. He even earned a place in the Nahadran League. We call him the Dire One. However, it won't be easy to arrange a visit. All the League's members prefer to keep to themselves, but the Dire One is notoriously reclusive. In the arena? So those beasts made him... Oh, what cruel mockery. But he is still alive. That's all that matters. We can't waste time. We must get him out of here before it's too late. It is exactly what he said last time. I'd like to know more about the Battle Bliss. What would you like to know? The arena's operations are simple. It functions like a pyramid. The spectators are at the lowest level. Regular gladiators are at the next tier, followed by members of the Nahadran League, and the champion towers above them all. And the master of the arena stands on the shoulders like an omnipotent god. Who runs this place? His name is Ermangaleth. He's a Cambion. He was born in the Abyss as the offspring of an incubus and a mortal woman. Incubi are naturally persuasive, but Ermangaleth's father was especially skilled, using his words to manipulate and control, while his son inherited his silver tongue. His ability to influence the crowd is unmatched. With just one sound of his voice, he can instantly instigate a riot or make a screaming group of demons fall silent and listen to his every word. When he warms up the audience, the spectators are ready to jump into the arena and fight the gladiators themselves. What is the Nahadran League? It's an odd name, I admit. But it's in keeping with the latest trend. Nahadran is a very popular word in the capital these days. The Nahadran League is led by the arena's current champion, Gelderfang, and only the very best gladiators can become members. The fighters of the league belong to Ermangaleth, but not all of them are demons. The capital serves as a crossroads between multiple worlds, and fighters come from many different planes to perform in the arena. I've heard of Nihadran crystals. Do you get them if you're a member of the league? They'd like to believe that, but no. The members of the Nihadran League are no different than the Nihadran booze vendor in the tavern, or the Nihadran whip supplier at the flesh markets. None of them actually have anything to do with crystals. I've heard that the crystals contain immense power. Gelderfang would love to have one, and there are rumors that Ermangaleth promised him a crystal in exchange for his services as a bodyguard. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that Ermangaleth was lying. I'm not sure if even he knows how to get his hands on a crystal. What happens in the arena? It is a gladiatorial arena. You must understand fights are a big deal. They are the city's primary source of gossip and entertainment, but they are much more than that. These gladiator matches serve as a kind of ritual, a daily offering to the demonic way of life. And these daily offerings, these rituals are performed in the Battle Bliss. In a way, it's more complicated. It's more of a temple than an arena. The arena is the only reason the city is still standing. Without the battle bliss, the demons would have brought the capital to ruins long ago. But instead of tearing down the city with their rage and their desire for slaughter, they come here to quench their thirst for blood. You see, the arena gives them a sort of release. It allows them to satiate their lust for violence. Who's the strongest fighter in the arena? The champion's title is currently held by an incubus named Gelderfang. He is the deadliest of Ermengaleth's fighters and serves as his bodyguard. He is a true artist of death and destruction. Of course, there are other fighters in the Abyss who are more dangerous, but no one can kill like he does. He makes every death exquisite and prolongs the agony and suffering of his opponents. He can transform any fight into a spectacular show. He turns combat into a performance and knows how to create a dramatic spectacle out of the most mundane match. There are only two things Gelderfang wants in life: pleasure and murder. They are his obsession, and he feeds his obsession every time he steps into the arena. After all, everyone in the capital knows his name, and the audience yells it at the top of their lungs every time he kills one of his rivals. I want all of the capital to know my name. I want you to arrange a match between me and your strongest gladiator. If that's truly your goal, you will have to defeat the current champion. If you kill Gelderfang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you'll have to prove yourself if you want to face the champion. A fight with Gelderfang is a real big deal here, and only members of the Nahadran League, the elite gladiators of the Battle Bliss, are considered worthy opponents. Killing others to entertain spectators, the creatures of the Abyss sow death and destruction in such a careless, casual manner. I know that our mission is important, and I know that we can't allow ourselves to get distracted by feelings of emotions, but smashing skulls and eviscerating bodies just to entertain these creatures, Iomade, it makes me sick to think about it. But it is extremely difficult to join the League. You have to slave an active member to take their place, so if you wish to fight the champion, you'll have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you would like, I can arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you can prove yourself in battle, I will be able to find a match against a more reputable opponent. Very well, I will prove myself. I will fight another newcomer. I'm glad that we've reached an understanding. Save. Fuck. I'm ready to enter the arena. You're in luck. For the past couple of days, Ermengaleth has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to introduce a promising new fighter into the arena. I think you could play that part perfectly. Ermengaleth may even give you a chance to earn your place in the Nahadran League. However, if you do become a candidate for membership, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against a very dangerous opponent. Who's my opponent? Some nameless newcomer. Will it be a fight to the death? Of course, every fight must end in death of a gladiator. It's the most important part of the show. Many of our spectators come here just to watch the gladiators finish off their fallen opponents. They want to see a spectacular death scene and cutting coup de grace. Of course, the fighters survive the ordeal and can be pieced back together. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. I'm ready to enter the arena. I wish you luck. If you die, greet your death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. Is it one-on-one or no? It's the whole party. Okay. Okay, so it's group on group. I got you.
I will defend my dream.
Endure this!
Make your peace.
Make every strike count.
Oh, that's her Mangala. Okay. Gelderfang. That's the current champion. Lava burned Ulbrig. Bro, why'd you walk in the lava, you dingus? I don't like being called the Mephit Slayer. I want to change my title. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it, and that's all that matters to Ermangaleth. You'll remain the Mephit Slayer for as long as your audience finds it amusing. Why'd you put me up against such a ridiculous opponent? Look at that Mephit Slayer. Train hard, boy. Maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real Dretch. What a brute. Please, listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. This was done on Ermangaleth's orders. He came up with a brilliant idea to match you up against a Mephit. He thought the crowds would find it funny. I couldn't stop him, but I assure you this won't happen again. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the transportation arch that is located here. It's one of the privileges afforded to a gladiator arena. I demand a proper fight. And I promise that I will arrange a proper fight. I'll put you against the Flayer twins. They were supposed to fight someone else, but I can rearrange a few matches. They will be your next opponents. Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until I can find another worthy opponent. However, you can use this time to assist me with a matter we spoke of earlier. Now would be a perfect opportunity to do what I asked. What did he ask me?
Sorry.
So this guy asked me to do something. Fight a serious opponent in the arena. You'd use this time to assist me with the matter we spoke of earlier. I don't know what we spoke of earlier. What is he talking about? I'm ready to enter the arena. As you wish, it will be a difficult fight. The opponent is more dangerous than the last one you faced, so make sure you are fully prepared. However, if you win this fight, you'll be one step closer to the Nahadran League. Who is my opponent? Oh yes, the Flayer twins, a dangerous duo with an impressive number of victories. They have a reputation in the arena, so defeating them will bring you honor and prestige. However, you should remember that their stage name was given to them for a reason. Let me prepare. Save. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh. Okay.
It's either us or them.
Bro, what was that? If this were a fair fight, it would have been boring, but Ermangolef never allows boredom in the arena. So he teleported me around. What pain. Yo, what the fuck?
Die!
Grapple's sister.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
I will resist.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
Begone, fiend! Let's hear you cry. You won't survive me.
Prepare yourself.
Into the fray.
Fall! Run them through!
Despite my cunning schemes and despite the extensive experience of his rivals, the victory belongs to the Method Slayer. Armor of Vigilance Sprouts. Whenever the wearer of this +4 padded armor is hit by a sneak attack or an attack of opportunity, they must make a reflex saving throw or become entangled. All-around defense. Whenever the wearer of this ring is 10 feet from the companion who wears the same ring, they both gain the back-to-back feat. If they already have the back-to-back feat, they gain an additional +2 bonus to AC. What is the back-to-back feat? I love it when they highlight the wrong item. Feats are things. I don't care about the feat. I want back-to-back. Toxic Wrap. It gains immunity to acid and also makes enemies sicken for 1d3 when landing a sneak attack. Put that on her.
Move out!
How can I be of assistance? My fight in the arena was far from fair. Care to explain? I swear it was Ermangoleth's idea. As you should already know, he's not a fan of fair fights. I regret that you've been caught up in this trap. However, you held up well and you've got talent. I may be able to arrange a match against you against a serious opponent, maybe even the champion. I want to challenge the strongest fighter in the arena. Things won't work like that around here. Gelderfang only fights a member of the Nahadran League, and a fight with him is a big deal. After his last incident, Ermangoleth strictly forbade him from entering the arena without permission. Gelderfang is his bodyguard, after all. So if you want to fight the champion, you'll have to join the Nahadran League, and there's only one way to do that, by killing another member of the League. But fighting a member of the League is a privilege. You have to earn the right to face one of them in battle. Now, I might be able to help you with from that front, but first, you'll have to do me a favor. I want to give a gift to the current champion. I'd like to send him the most beautiful succubi from the 10,000 Delights. I need you to make a deal with them and convince them to provide their services to Gelderfang. If you do this, Gelderfang will be happy for me to arrange a fight between you and a League fighter without delay. I need the gold up front. This should compensate you for your expenses, 40,000 gold. There we go. Is there an arch in here? No.
Head on!
I'd like to hire several succubi to entertain the arena champion Gelderfang. I recommend my best girls, the Sinners. They're expensive, 40,000 gold, but the arena champion deserves nothing but the best. The Sinners are currently with a client in the upper city. If we can strike a deal, I'll tell you where to find them. Pay 40,000 gold. The house is quite easy to find. When you see an inscription reading the Palace of Incest and Degeneracy, you're at the right place. Have to go. Alright, so they're also not here. I don't remember how I got to the upper city from here. It was on a rooftop somewhere. It was over here? Or no, it was over here, wasn't it? But literally, like, right here? Wonder if I can talk my way in here. I heard you were at the flesh market recently. Bought yourself a couple of slaves, eh? Your star must be really on the rise. Who do you think I am? Everybody knows who you are. You're Kang, the hard-hitting outsider from Galarian who's been making such a stir in our sleepy little town. We respect you, and we don't want any trouble, okay? Tell me what lies beyond the gate. It's the upper city, the nicest and most luxurious place in Alashiria. Despite this, it makes it the most dangerous part. It is inhabited by the cream of the crop, the most underhanded and treacherous beings you can imagine. Everyone wants to get in there because the sweetest death is in the upper city. I would like to go through. Go on in, then. You're clearly not a gutter snipe. You look too respectable, and I've heard your name before, so why not? Oh. That was easy. I guess you could, in theory, get in, like, try to come up here and force your way up early, and if you piss them off, all these guards attack, but... Oh my god, I feel, come on. Jesus, lady. Shavaro tried to sink her teeth into you, didn't she? Her efforts must have been wasted because she certainly didn't like the consequences. She should have stuck to the horse instead of messing with a serious player, am I right? I would like to go through. Go on in, then. Alright, cool. So we get that door open.
I lead, you follow.
Guide my hand!
I will bring down the divine wrath. Endure this.
Oh. Get wrecked, nigga.
The light.
Make your peace.
Make every strike count.
I will resist!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Prepare yourself!
Eternal Rose, I call upon you! You won't survive me. Out of my way!
Rigorous training. Wisdom +6 allows you to declare perfect strike 5 more times per day. Okay, the rest of it was just kind of eh. Oh, hey, I leveled. Perfect. Titan Fighter 16. Greater penetrating. Your attacks made with the weapon and your weapon focus ignore up to 10 points of damage reduction. That's good. Let's do that. I ignore 10 points of damage reduction. Sick. Paladin. Let's put it into her constitution. Zen Archer. Let's go into his wisdom. No, let's go into Dex. No. His Dex is probably maxed out on his armor anyway. No, he doesn't wear armor, so he doesn't have the Dex restriction. Alright, that's actually a good thing with him not wearing armor now. Can spend a key point. You make a touch attack if it succeeds. By spending 2 points from your key pool as a standard action, the monk can heal a number of points equal to his monk level. Wow, you make a touch attack, and if it succeeds against the target, they must make a fortitude saving throw of a DC 10 plus half the monk level, which would be 8, plus their wisdom modifier, which is 5. So 10 plus 8 is 18, plus 5 is 23. And if they fail a fortitude saving throw of 23, they die. Sick. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's get that. Cleric. Then more wisdom. Riffinheart Shifter. Then more strength. Espionage expert. More dex. Dude, if I can get her to 30 dex, that's gonna be insane. Alright. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here for tonight, everybody.